1861, we have a Civil War. A lot of people think the Civil War was about the freeing of slaves. A lot of people think the Civil War was about, free uh, battle between the North and the South. And to a degree, it was because the cultural separation. But the underlying thing is economics. Okay, ever since America gained its independence in 1776, there's been a fight, uh, an undercover, covert fight to reestablish America uh, and retaxate America and to control the citizens of America. Okay, so in 1861 you have your Civil War. 1865, I believe. Then you get Abraham Lincoln gets assassinated, and a lot of people think he was assassinated because he wanted to free slaves. Okay, and there was pressure on him to do such economically, but that was not his main motivation. If anyone knows anything about that man, they know he was one that wanted to create a new currency for America so that they wouldn't have to be taxed. Right? You print your own money, you call your own shots, aka the greenback. Okay? And the one thing that elites don't play, the one thing that British rule don't play, is you fucking with their money. They've been trying to get this back from the jump, from the very beginning. So Abraham Lincoln's about to fuck up the whole shot. And so therefore, you have to take him out. Okay? He gets murdered. 1865. Okay? Remember, they still been trying to get back into America to control America, but you can't control America because America's already up on game on slavery now at this point. So it has to be covert. Okay? And so how do you control people covertly? Right? Is whenever you indebt them. Anytime a human being is indebted, you are a slave to somebody. If you owe someone money, you're a slave. Okay? So then we have fast forward. Motherfucking punk ass Woodrow Wilson was the president, the figurehead, the CEO of this corporation, not a country, a corporation, who allowed the Federal Reserve to create and print currency for America. In doing so, okay, you have to have collateral. And the collateral for the Federal Reserve to print their currency for America was the citizens. You, motherfuckers, you and me and everyone else is the collateral for the Federal Reserve, who is owned by, it's like a bank, okay? It's a privately owned corporation, okay, that is made up of shareholders. You know, when you have shareholders, that basically means like investors, right? People that got in on this. And the people that have in on that, okay, trace back to Britain. Okay, so that's how you covertly control a people, a country, is when you control the economy. They are forever indebted to you. Okay, so in order to allow them to print money for us, okay, and to be taxed, Woodrow Wilson signed this into law. Okay, now a lot of y'all around here celebrating the independence of America, running around popping firecrackers, acting a goddamn fool, just running around being stupid, lazy, lounging, laying up, destroying your bodies, whatever you can think of in the name of what? Truly, in the name of what? See, this is what I'm saying. You motherfuckers celebrate that which you not know and don't understand that the rulership of America, okay, we have been controlled. We have been in control, or we have been controlled by those old bloodlines that have been trying to gain control and access to America from the very beginning of this independence. Okay, so you went from 1776 to 1861 to 1865 to 1933, which was when the Federal Reserve was written into law and allowed to print money. Okay, you guys got to understand, the 4th of July as a federal holiday has only been recognized since like 1941. Okay, so What is it that you're actually celebrating? The independence of what? Now remember, black man, you was brought forced to this country to build this country, to work this country, to, you know what I'm saying, to sow this country. You sowed the seeds of the country, and then you was given a religion that this country utilizes, and then you were forced to acclimate in the ways and behaviors and the rituals of this country. So, you black man, what independence are you celebrating? Hmm. Because the whole initial point of America's inception has all been corrupted through the acceptance of the Federal Reserve and allowing them to create money for this country and allow it to not be backed. So it took, in 1933, they started printing money. By 1963 or 65, I believe, Nixon was the president that signed into law no longer allowing silver, gold, and things of tangible, actual intrinsic value to back our money. Okay, from that point moving forward, only then will back U.S. currency would be bonds, paper, backing paper. Nothing of value, backing up nothing of value. Okay, so essentially, the day that Woodrow Wilson signed that statute in the law to allow the Federal Reserve to print money for us, we've been enslaved. So, what independence are you truly celebrating? You know, black man. You know, remember, this ain't your holiday. This is their holiday, and you acclimating to it. So when you destroy your body, when you defile your body, when you tear down your neighborhood, when you litter in your neighborhood, and you pollute the air with all the firecracker and noise pollution and all of this craziness, what is it that you're doing it for? For what? Remember, you have to know what you're doing, man, because it's just cause when you do like they do, it don't make it any better. It don't give you an excuse. And if they don't know and you don't know, but you still do, it don't make it no better. So you got to pick up some books, you got to read, you got to understand what's going on, man. So there is no true independence of this corporation that is owned covertly through the Federal Reserve, which traces back to the England, okay, which is where we originally were established from, which were the founding fathers of this country, where they broke away from. Okay, so I urge you and I ask you, 4th of July, this holy day, what is it that you truly celebrate? The independence of what? Because every time there was a mark or an attempt for independence, it was trumped, it was stumped. When we first broke away, okay, they worked to get us back in the fold. They got us back in the fold through the currency. If you understand that, then you realize that there truly is nothing to celebrate, and there's actually everything to be mad about, because you're not really free. And the black man never was free in this country. It's just an illusion, because the violence that was commenced against him was once overt, and now it's covert. Right, and now it's done financially. All right, and sometimes it's still a little bit covert with it, but not like it once was. So, once again, I ask you, what independence are you celebrating? You can figure that out. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. You know.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Are you from around this area?
No.
I was gonna say, if Naples Rib Company is within close.
If what?
There's a place called Naples Rib Company. It's close by. I just don't know if it's walking distance close or driving.
I have no idea. I will Google it. So, yeah, man. Make sure you know that what you associate with and you participate in, man, before you do, man, because you never know. You could be subjecting yourself to something more greater than you're bargaining for. Okay, you could be the one that could be a part of the problem instead of part of the solution and not even know it. perpetuating this nonsense. Okay? All right, y'all. Hit them books, man. Each one teach one. Get your knowledge game up. Perpetual learners. Constant learners. Lifelong learners. Remember, if you're a parent, this is what we teaching our kids. We programming our kids to fall right into the bullshit, right? To play along, to go along and get along. So if we ever want to stop and change anything, we have to understand what's truly going on. It transcends race. A lot of y'all trying to get clean and dirty bathwater by constantly depicting and showing all of these isolated incidents of racism that's been going on since before you was alive and is going to continue to go on afterwards, because it's a behavior. You can't change a behavior, okay, until you change the people. Okay, so if you constantly trying to change the behavior of every human being on earth, that's almost impossible. Okay, so instead of focusing on the behavior that people assume, we need to understand this game overall, and it starts with money. And y'all know, when you got money, everyone's the same color. Right? So get your knowledge up, man. Peace and love.